Hi and hello. One of the biggest questions my students often ask me is, should I use a fixative spray for finishing my animal portraits with pastels? I will answer this question and tell you my recommendations in that video. If you are just starting out and if you would like to draw your own animal portraits with pastels, I invite you to download my free PDF, The Beginner's Guide. You can find a lot of tips and tricks about drawing with pastels there.
I have here two blue eye drawings drawn with pastel pencils, and I want to show you here what happens when you use a fixative spray on pastel matte paper or with these animal portraits you have drawn on pastel matte paper. I have here a fixative spray, Conte Paris, fixative for pastels, charcoal, and pastels. And let's see what happens. So I spray on that one the fixative spray. You see it becomes really very dark. We have then to let it dry a bit. In my experience, when you use a fixative spray on pastel matte, many of your light brilliant colors darken down. The colors are not as beautiful anymore, they are not as light anymore. All these fine strokes we draw, so we draw here these fine little details. All the fine overlapping hairs are also inside the eye, these highlights and so on. They darken down. I will let that dry now, and then let's see how it looks like in comparison to that one that is not sprayed. So now the right one is dry, that I have sprayed with the fixative. It's not glossy anymore, it's dry now, but you see what happened. So the colors are not at all the same anymore. You see what happened when you spray a beautiful, brilliant, bright pastel drawing with the fixative spray. That works really very well for charcoal, but definitely not for the pastels here on the pastel matte paper. You see how dark this eye became. All the fine light brilliant details we had in the eye here are gone. I can also change them. It's not the light in the video. You see, it's definitely the drawing. You see how dark this one is, and they were nearly the same before. So using a fixative spray darkens down the colors. You don't have light brilliant lines anymore, and also these fine detailed strokes, they darken down. You would have then use a white charcoal or a white pastel pencil again and add. You would have to work over it. Of course you can then draw again over it. The paper allows again more layers, and you have then to add here more fine strokes again and brighten the fur up. But why should I do that when my drawing was finished? It's a lot more work. You have to brighten up here the highlights in the eye again to bring in again more brilliant, beautiful details. So here everything has darkened down. Also here in the eye itself, the different blue tones, they are all gone. They are all now so dark blue. So for me, there is no way to use a fixative spray and for the finished picture. And here I have also 2 horse tails drawn with pastel pencils on dark gray pastel mat. Well, this is dark gray and this is brown, but that makes no difference. It is drawn with many fine details, and let's see what happens when we spray one with a fixative. I spray this one here. Use again that Conta Paris spray here and spray a thin layer. You see when it darkens down a lot when you spray the fixative spray on it. And here you see the 2 horse tails. You see here that one that I have sprayed, and here the one without the fixative. It's dry now, and you see that also here in the dry version of the white brilliant hairs are not as white anymore, not as brilliant highlights anymore. These fine little details here that I have drawn into the fur, they are not there anymore. I would have go over again with a white or with an ivory and add again fine teeny tiny details. Here you have some details, but they are also darker than they have been before, so it looks more dull. It's not it's more flat. The contrast is not there anymore, the depth is not there anymore. The light colors are missing. Also here, these overlapping fine fluffy hairs here, you have to add them again then afterwards. So here it is dry, the pencil scratch over the paper, but you have to work on it again then afterwards. So I definitely don't recommend to use a fixative spray.
Okay, so I hope you know now how to handle your pastel portraits on pastel matte paper. You don't have to use a fixative. Just handle them with care, and nothing can happen, and they will be well protected. I hope you enjoy drawing your animal portraits with pastel pencils. If you are just starting out, then download my free beginner's guide. I give you a lot of tips and tricks there for free in that PDF. And if you like my channel, then I hope I see you in the next video, and don't forget to click subscribe. Bye bye!